Alrighty, let's begin. So Call of Duty Zombies. We started with basic mechanics last time. So we are able to knock these guys out by clicking. Bam, bam, bam. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There they go. Did we do a death screen for this one? Interesting. He's getting blocked by something. I think I want to look into that.
Mr. Torres, you're not live streaming.
Oh no! Oh, I am live streaming. I'm not sharing. That's the issue, isn't it? That better?
Yep.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you guys. Thanks. Yeah, let me know for sure. All right. So what I was showing is okay. We got these guys. If I can hit them, they knock down. Hit the guys. Bam, bam, bam. Etc. Etc. They kind of fall down. Ragdoll physics. See, he was getting stuck. I know why that is. Let's stop that. So I was trying to shoot at one guy and it wasn't hitting, killing him and stuff. Here's why. When I set simulate physics on his mesh, yeah, his mesh falls down, but this dang capsule collision is still there. So I need to turn that off or get rid of it or make it really small or something. So let's find that on the enemy death event. And let's just say, hey, capsule collision. Set collision. Set collision enabled to no collision. That should work, I would think. So Fabian, we are working on, and hey Jabari, we're working on Call of Duty Zombies stuff, and I'm just reviewing what we did last time, and I'm turning off the collision. So now they should be much easier to hit because that capsule collision will block the ones behind them. Yeah. Okay. A couple things I don't like is how they keep knocking my camera. It's really annoying. So one thing I'm gonna do is let's go to here where there's the camera boom, and it's because of the whole camera boom situation. So if we just set the target arm length to 0, and then we'll move the camera actually to where the head is, this should stop a lot of that from happening. Oh yeah, we need that volumetric light scattering. Yeah, we could do that. You guys want volumetric light scattering in Call of Duty Zombies? If you want, we could do some of the environment stuff today. I know this entire time we've just done systems. Yeah, what do you guys want? Do you want me to do a volumetric lit with volumetric clouds, volumetric God ray lighting in a volumetric volume? Or should we do more systems and stuff like I've been doing? Some of the systems being, okay, we don't have rounds yet that actually go up and down. We also don't have points like a currency that you use to buy the doors. We want to make those go up. We need to make the item pickups, the blueprints. So those would be like the preview of what systems. We could do the systems today, or we could do the environment stuff. Mystery box. Exactly, Jabari is one of those systems that we could do. So let's do a poll. You guys are going to vote whether we're doing systems or environment today. Okay. What should we work on? Environment, systems, and launched. The poll is live, and you can see everyone's results. How will Pack-a-Punch be done? Well, if you remember this would go into our systems development. We made this Excel kind of style. Let's call it data table. It's remember we used a structure, right, where we decide all of the aspects that makes a gun, even like some creative ones, like, okay, what's the voice line that you hear when you equip that gun for the first time, like all that. So now we have this, so we could do the Pack-a-Punch stuff probably in here, where you've got 2 different versions of the same gun, and that's going to be kind of a later thing as far as getting it to visually look the way it would. But what I would do is I'd make a text variable that would say what data table row that the Pack-a-Punch version of that gun actually is associated with. So that way one data table row for the pistol can reference the data table row for the Pack-a-Punch pistol, so to speak. Mr. What's with the 144p presenting? Oh my gosh, that's what my last class said. It's my internet. I mean, at least it's not kicking me out, but what you can do is you can try going to, try going to the That sucks, guys. Hopefully the live stream, is going to be better, but go to the live stream on YouTube and see if that's a better way to do it. At least I'm not using my phone's mobile hotspot. Yeah, for now at least. Um, all right, so yeah, try going to the live stream on YouTube because I am live streaming it and see if that's better. So, okay, so let's check out the poll. Hopefully enough of you voted. Polls. All right, overwhelmingly, environment won. So let's do environment today. We'll put the systems to rest. We'll do some environmental design. So I liked what Ian said, volumetric lighting. I know it's kind of a meme, but it's kind of amazing, right? So right now we're using the, boring SkySphere blueprint. If you don't know this, you should. Unreal released a new sky system in 425, 426 called Sky Atmosphere. So you can actually replace your SkySphere blueprint with this Sky Atmosphere thing, which I'm going to do now. Let's hit delete on that. Actually, no, here, let's make like a little landscape at first. So there's something kind of to look at. Landscape. This is going to be Call of Duty. Let's pick something gritty. Fog, but it's actually, yeah, we'll have to do some fog stuff for sure. That might work. Let's make it a lot smaller. Call of Duty maps are confined, and that'll be better for performance. We'll make it so that it looks like the landscape goes farther out, It won't just look like it ends. I can do that now, actually. We'll do that via a geometry volume. Let's bring out a geometry box. Go do that sort of thing. And let's just scale it out really, really big. That way if the player ever looks out a window or something, it's going to look like there's a horizon and all that. Okay. And I'm going to lower that a little bit lower than the landscape. Too low? That's probably fine. All right, let's convert that to a static mesh because it's going to be kind of expensive sitting there as a piece of geometry. So you do that over here. Brush settings, create static mesh. SM landscape 01. Bam, it's now a static mesh. Kind of a background. You'll have invisible walls that prevent you from actually walking over to it. Mr. sent you an email of a font you could use. That was you. Okay, yeah. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, let's take a look at that. That was right. Yeah, I have a few emails for this project and for the different projects. Oh, and you just sent this one right now. Okay, gotcha. I think I got sent a different font. Creepster zip. Yeah, I'll download that now. So I'm downloading Fabian's font here. All right, cool. TFF is the right file type, so that should work. Downloading, and it's open. It's what's called a zip file. Zip files you have to unzip, so to speak, just a compressed file. And so Windows makes it really easy. So does Mac. You just hit extract all, and then bam. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll drag that straight just from here into the content browser of Unreal. It says, would you like to create a new font asset using the imported font face as default font? Yes, I would. Okay, now we've got the Creepster font. Oh, this is going to be good, I think. So now if I go over here, I can actually change my font from Roboto to Creepster. There we go. Perfect. I don't know if it'll try it on the weapon stuff. Sometimes it might be too stylized. No, it might be okay. Sweet. Very cool. All right, so yeah, that looks good. All right, back to our environment stuff. So, okay, I'm going to close our enemy blueprint. We don't care about him today. About the Pack-a-Punch stuff, just remember all of our kind of weapon stuff's going to happen in our data table. That's the way I like to do these sort of inventory items when you got a lot of inventory going on. All right, let's delete some of these walls. The volumetric lighting, goodness. Let's start with that. So I'm going to type in sky, and there's a thing called sky atmosphere. If I drag that out, sky atmosphere is the new system, okay? And actually, let me delete the sky sphere blueprint entirely. So now I've got sky atmosphere in here. And I don't remember, do I have to tell sky atmosphere about the directional light? Probably not. Here's another feature of Unreal. If I hold control and then the L key, I have this tool to move the sun around. So I don't have to go about like rotating in the details panel. And sky atmosphere will give you like these, sunsets and things and yada yada. So you want to combine that with, see that kind of stuff. You want to combine that with volumetric clouds. So in clouds, I have the volumetric cloud, also new-ish. And now you get the volumetric clouds, you get these amazing kind of scenes and stuff. Volumetric cloud has a lot of details in the details panel, things like, okay, how high up it is, the layer height, like do all kinds of stuff with it. All right, so we've got that. Now to actually get the volumetric fog and everything where the light comes in, that's going to be a project settings. Go to project settings. So we make an original map or we make a COD map? That's a great question. What do you guys think we should do? Should we remake an existing one, make it try to like as accurate as possible, or should we come up with our own idea? What I gotta do is, I think it's in rendering. Here, let's try this. We'll go to all settings. You have to enable a volumetric fog because it's expensive, so you need to tell it. All right, support right here. Support sky atmosphere affecting height fog. Okay, you gotta check mark that, and then you have to hit restart. So hit restart. It'll prompt you to save. Let's take a vote, Marion says. And Ian speaking German. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, that's one of the names of the maps. Gotcha. All right, polls. Okay, let's start a new poll. What should the map be? Remake of a real COD map? An original map of our own? If so, let's listen. All right, 3, 2, 1, launched. Everyone can see the results. Go ahead and vote. Are we going to make our own original map, Call of Duty style, or are we going to take an existing one from the game, try to like recreate it as best as possible? Can you send me a 3D model? Yeah, sure, Christian. But the 3D model has to be an FBX or an OBJ. Those are the only ones Unreal will take. Okay, so now you have the support for volumetric lighting and things like that. Now, there's a couple things we need to do with the fog. Let's type in fog here. This doesn't work with atmospheric fog. This only works with exponential height fog. So I'm going to delete the atmospheric fog. And we're going to bring in, now it looks really good, right, once you check that. Now we're bringing in exponential height fog. And now you're going to be like, ugh, looks, it looks kind of spooky, but like, doesn't seem to work with the environment. That's because the fog scattering colors here and the in-scattering texture tint, directional in-scattering color, these are additive colors and they're adding on top. You don't want that. So you actually need to negate them by setting them to the color black. Okay, so you got to set that one to black. I've gone through the tutorial on this like 3 times now, so I've actually remembered this because it's like a lot of steps, right? But set it to black, and now you'll get true volumetric lighting while still having the fog actually react to wherever the sun's position is. So I'll actually do Control-Alt again, and I drag the sun. Okay, you still get that fog effect. Oh, look how good that looks. Look at that landscape. Oh my goodness. And again, I know you guys are looking at this like it's filmed on a potato because of the resolution, but it's just really, really extraordinary. And these are new tools. I mean, these are really, really new tools. Jeez. Oh, so good. I love that. So the graphics are looking really nice. and there's just so much we can do with that. So can it be a .rar? Well, Christian, a .rar is like the .zip file, so it's something I have to open. I'm trying to think if Windows lets me open .rars if I have to download something. Um, and FBX was the other one, OBJ or FBX. But anyhow, we've got some really great just environmental stuff, and you'll get. Oh, you know what? One more thing we have to do. Go to your directional light, and we want those light shafts, right? Those shafts of light that show up behind stuff. So what we'll do is type in shaft, and there is a light shaft bloom. So it's a Boolean. Whether render light shaft bloom from this light. For directional lights, the color of the light will be blurred radially and added back to the scene. For point lights, blah, blah, blah. All right, so if you check mark that. Oh, well, I'm reading light shaft occlusion if we want that. Whether to occlude fog, atmospheres, in sky with screen space. I'm not sure about that, but we definitely light shaft bloom. So I check mark that. It's usually too aggressive at the start, so we want to lower that bloom setting right here. So where it says like bloom threshold, change it from 0.2 to 0.05. Max brightness, things like that. It's one of those things where like when you turn, you get the light. Like it's just really cool. So anyway, I know this looks nothing like a COD map unless we're making a COD map at sunset. I'm not really sure, but that's kind of what we're doing with that. So you know what I think we should do that will help us out. I'm gonna save real quick just in case crashes or something. We need assets for our environment. We need 3D models and things. So what I'm gonna do is remember I made that Star Wars project a long time ago? Even though it's Star Wars themed, I have a bunch of like rundown rubble props kind of stuff in it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to open that and I'm going to migrate those rundown static mesh assets into this project, and then we'll have something to start from. So Star Wars game template. And then, of course, if there's something on the marketplace that's free, we can download those as well. I don't want to do it now because my, internet famine that I'm in, but we do that. An abandoned school map, right? El Dorado. El Dorado right now during quarantine. The map. No, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, what do you guys think? So, I haven't checked the polls yet as far as if we're recreating a map or not. I'll check now. That does sound cool, right? Not Eldo, though. Yeah, I know. Probably get in trouble. Oh man, guys, it's a tie. It's a dead-on tie. 14 votes, 7-7 on whether we're remaking or making an original. And someone just broke the tie, looks like, as an original of her own. My Classroom zombies. That would be cool. That would be hilarious. I actually made our classroom in Unreal in another project. I remade the whole classroom. So I just literally just thought of that idea. But if you wanted, we could do My Classroom, the one that you guys have been in, but zombies. You guys are the voters. I'm going to let you guys decide, but that's an option. Although I have a different classroom now. When we come back to the building, I'm in a different part of the building, actually. Bit of a surprise, but... dude, make me a zombie. Yeah. All right, so here's this project. So, yes, it's all Star Wars and futuristic and whatnot, but there's things that are almost World War II-ish, like this kind of thing, that we can really make use of. These slum-style meshes. So what we'll do is I'm gonna go to Soul City is where it's from. To move something from one project to another, we're gonna right-click, migrate, hit OK, and you always have to send it to the content folder of the project you're sending it to. So we're sending it to period 4. We're still calling it Call of Checkers, I guess, technically. That's going to copy everything over. You got to fight the Torres Fected every 5 to 6 rounds. You could do that. You could do it. Like I said, I'm reading. I don't have it on this computer, but next time, if you remind me, I can grab the flash drive that it's on. It's a hard drive that it's on, and show you my recreation of literally the classroom. It's to scale and everything. Like I was because I was trying to come up with a good plan for renovations for the room, so I was doing it in Unreal. Right, use what you know. He will work like the Pentagon Thief from the map 5. I haven't played that one. Interesting. Interesting. So Christian, a 7-zip file is also a zip file. 7z is a program for opening zip files, but you don't need 7z. So 7z is good. You download a 7-zip file. Boss Shabby should be like Warden from Blood of the Dead map. Your room is now Mr. Ren's. It looks nice last time. No, it's not Mr. Ren's actually. No, Oh yeah, that's what you mean. Yeah. Mr. Redden has my room now, exactly. It does look nice. He's done an amazing job with it. So he's got all like the films. It's like a little film studio. It's really cool. And he's got like electric guitars in there. I'm not sure if that's gonna stay there when class starts, but I'm like, dang. So let's see. Okay. So I migrated that over. And our new room is cool too. It's like in the far corner of the school, so we're kind of like tucked away from all the excitement. I like it. It's neat. So okay, so now we have these assets in here, and we can start. So I guess we still don't know what the map is going to be, though, is the question. So should I be using all these rubble kind of traditional? Are we making that style, that COD style of map, or are we gonna make Mr. Torres' classroom? I don't know. I mean, we could get started with a semblance of some environment, like it doesn't hurt to like at least get started just a little bit on something and see how it goes. I mean, goodness, I could just hack something together real fast. All right, so let's do this. Let's do some foliage painting. Yeah, foliage is always puts way too much to begin with. And Unreal completely changed how like this interface looks. So that does annoy me. Usually don't do anything like that. But we just want to change the paint density. Okay, so that would be up here. So instead of 0.5, we want it to be like 0.1, maybe, even if that. No, too much. Okay, it's good for foliage. Yeah, my frame rate is really dying here. I think it's probably because we're doing the meat and I'm running Minicam and this on top of it. Jeez, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. This is the nav mesh so that those zombies have enough place to move around in. And now at least we've got a little bit more of a visually interesting environment with really cool lighting and stuff. I mean, it's almost like a Walking Dead scenario, if anybody's seen the show, The Walking Dead. So some of the stuff to add to the agenda list, obviously, is going to be things like, okay, we really want zombies to spawn on round change, make system for going to next round, of course. We want pick-upable items like power-ups. We want the infamous mystery box. We need to plan to give the player character points they collect. We need to make it so the player can die. Make it so the player can die. Death screen. Doors are purchasable. And then decide on an environment to recreate or to create. Mr. Torres's room. World War II, you know, rubble, sci-fi. Like, there's so many options. An experimental lab. All right, don't worry about it, Christian. Just maybe next time we'll take a look. What was the model that you were looking for, that you were finding anyway? You have to kill the principal and collect his key. As long as the principal's a zombie and is not based on anybody in real life, maybe we can consider that. Oh my gosh, 10 FPS. That's jeez. Anyway, guys, I think that's about it. Mister, what is your channel called? Because my eyes are hurting right now. It is Dotware Games, spelled D-O-T-W-A-R-E, then the word games. And if you type in live, that's usually right afterwards. All the live streams will come up. All right, thinking. Is there anything that we didn't cover? So I think we had a pretty good round just then. Mops the floor with you on round 15. Mops the aisle, yeah, exactly. All right, so next time I think we'll focus probably on systems development. We'll focus on things like we were talking about the points, accumulate points, maybe be able to use your points to buy things like that. Keep coming back with great ideas. I love the ideas we're getting this class. I think it's good. Any questions anybody has?